Hello and welcome to the WordPress tutorial lesson number 18. In lesson number 16, we managed to manipulate this category.php file. We actually saw what is inside this file. This is the page that actually is shown when you click on this view of this category, this view of this block category. Now, we also saw that we can make a custom category page for category number ID 7. So the category having ID 7, we can make a separate page for ID 7 category, or means in simple we can give the ID of the category here, and that will be the custom page of that category. Also, we have seen that if we write dash blog after category, so that page will be made for the category whose slug is blog. For example, we have this category, its slug is blog, so we can make the category for blog category by giving it name category dash blog. Then in lesson number 16, we have also seen that we can make pages for taxonomy. We have a taxonomy on our website which is called, the taxonomy is team_cat. So we made a page for team_cat. The process was to actually write the name of the taxonomy after the word taxonomy dash, and that actually goes to the to any term of this taxonomy of this team. For example, this one. Now if I click view, the page that is showing is basically this one. Also we have done is that we have actually written dash design. Design is the slug of the term. So here we have the term design. Here we have the term design. So to make a page for this term specifically, we can write the slug of this design after this taxonomy team cat. Now today we will discuss the single.php, and we will make single pages for our categories and taxonomies. Okay, at this point I am removing all the other pages. I am just keeping the basic pages. For example, one page for all the terms of term cat, and also one page that is category.php for the category. That I am removing all others because we made it just for the understanding purpose. Now because we have understood that concept, we can easily remove it, and just we'll keep one to move on with. Now first we come to the category page. We'll open our category, post and category. Here we will click on view of this, right click and view this category in a page. Now as we have seen earlier, this is basically the category.php page. And this category.php page is showing the posts of category services. Here we have used the excerpt function to show only the portion of that service. This is the service title, and this is just small text from that, or block of text from that post. One thing that was missing in this template is there is no link to go to the details of this thing. Means only the summary is shown, and we can't see the details of this thing. Normally on websites, what we do is we actually have a link of this post, and this link goes to the details of this post summary that is showing on the category page. So at that point, that single.php file comes into play. As we click on this thing, it will open in a new page with its complete text and this image and all the other stuff that we have for example, if we have the custom fields for this one, so those custom fields will also be shown on that page, and that page is basically the single.php. Right now, unfortunately, we don't have any link here. So first of all, we need to have a link here. We can place that link in two ways. Sometimes what sites do are they have this button here, read more, and clicking on that button moves you to the details of this post, or you can say details of this service in this scenario. Or in some situations we don't have any read more button, but we have a link here on this title, and as we click on this title we go to the details of this post. Now first of all let us make this top title a link, and then we can move to the, as we will click on this title, we will move to the single.php page. To make the link on the title, we need to open this category.php file. We'll open this category.php file in Dreamweaver. Now here we can see in the code, here is our title. As we have seen in some lesson that the title function is basically used to display the title of the post. Now before that we have to use an anchor. Anchor are basically used to create link. Now I am going to use an a tag href, and I will close this anchor here. Now in this href we need to have the link of the post. So the function to give the link of the post is the permalink. Now this function is responsible for putting the link of this title here at this place in the href. I am putting this in the lesson video description. You can get this function name from the description. Now we have placed an anchor around the title, and we are going to save it. Control S to save, and we will refresh this page, and now you can see these titles are become the links. Now we can simply click on this title and we'll go to the details of this post. Now the page displaying us this detail is the single.php page. Now this is the page which is showing us this details of the post. We can open this single.php in Dreamweaver, and we are going to see this page in detail now. Now, as I told you, the top portion of every page, this portion of every page is called the header, and it comes from header.php. After that, this portion is actually coming from single.php. Now there are some things that are actually not required. Sometimes, most of the time, these things are not required. So we are going to remove those things. First of all, this is the sidebar. When we will need sidebar, we will make our own custom sidebar, and that will be more effective as compared to this one. So we are going to remove this sidebar first. We'll come here on the single.php and we will remove this get sidebar function and save it, and the sidebar will be removed. Now we'll refresh and see the sidebar is removed from the bottom. Now the second portion that we can see is this comment box. Most of the time people don't need it, and most of the time what I have seen is this comment box is basically used to hack the site. People somehow through some sort of automated mechanism, they just keep on sending or making the comments, and somehow they get access to the website. So we will remove that comment section from here as well. So to remove it, we will see the code. Here is this statement which is responsible for putting that comment block here. I have removed it. Now let's see what happens. Refresh this page. Now the comment box is removed as well. Now this is the navigation, next post, previous post. If we want to remove it, we can actually remove it as well, or if we want to keep it, we can keep it. For now I am going to remove it. All this navigation is coming from this nav tag, so we will remove this whole nav tag and save it. Now we'll refresh this page. Here we are, the navigation is also removed. Now after that we have this meta information. Meta information basically tells you which category the post is from, the date of the creation of the post, the man who has created the post, something like that, and leave a comment text and the title and the featured image and the description. Now as we have seen that in previous lessons that we can actually get this featured image ourselves, we can get this title, we can get this content by using functions. So we can remove everything that is written within this while loop. This thing written in the while loop is actually responsible for showing everything here in the body or in the content area of the page. This whole information, okay, so this whole information is actually this one. This whole information is coming from a single statement, which is this one. So we can remove it. Before removing it, we will see what this statement is saying, so that in future we can actually go to the details, because one statement can't actually describe everything. So this statement is basically a function which is calling some file, and the file is responsible for showing everything on to that page. So we will see which file actually it is referring to. Okay, this file is actually referring to this content.php. So we can open this content.php and see what's inside it and how it is treating the data. First of all, this content.php is a multi-purpose file. It can be used on a single page. It has been used on search results page as well. So this file has been used on two places. One is single and the other one is for the search results page. Now this function suggests that is single, so it is checking that if the page which has called this file is single page, then it will place actually this code on that page. Now on single page, because we know everything, we can actually get the image ourselves. We can get the title and the whole detail using the function. So we will actually use our content, and we are going to remove this statement from here. As I told you earlier, we need to keep in mind that we will start copying from the starting of the PHP tag, and we will select till the ending of the PHP tag, and nothing will be left, starting from this greater than sign up to this less than sign, and then we will remove it. Now we are going to get the actually block from here, the category, because this block is already formatted, so there will be no need to format it again. So I am copying the same block and pasting it in single.php. Now we have discussed this block earlier while we were making the category.php page, or yes, at the point where we had made the custom template. So we had discussed this block there. Just I'm saving it and see what's missing and what is available. Refresh again. Now you can see the block came here. The block has its own border, the title. Now on single page, this link to the title is not needed, so we'll remove that link. Then this can have this excerpt, and on the single page, because we have to show the whole content, so we will not use the excerpt function, but we will use the content function. We have discussed these in previous lessons, but we will have a slight discussion right here as well. So let's see the code. Okay, here we have the code. First of all, we had made this link, so I'm going to remove this anchor from title. the starting tag of anchor and the ending tag of anchor. Now I'll refresh it and you will see the link from the anchor is from the title is gone now. Second thing, we are going to replace the excerpt function with content. Excerpt function only picks up some number of characters from the post details, but the content picks up the whole content. Now you see we picked up the whole content. Then we were actually getting these custom fields, the phone number custom field and the email address custom field. But because in the post where we are now doesn't have any of these informations given. So to show these information, we need to go to the that post and we will put that information in. The custom field is not assigned to actually this post, so we need to assign the custom field to this post first, and then we will have this option of having the phone number and the email. Or we can actually remove this for now, because this with services, as with services, phone number and emails are required. So we actually go to our custom fields plugin that we had installed in previous lessons and we'll go for edit. Now we have these two fields made, and these two fields are actually made for team fields. Now this thing is actually telling that these fields are actually made for are linked to services post type. So we can link it to post, simple posts. One way of doing it. Now in this way, these two custom fields are linked to post, but they are not linked to services because we have removed it from here. But we can actually link it to two post types. To link it to two post types, we can click on add rule and we will select services. So these two fields are linked to services and posts and team as well. Now these two custom fields are linked to all of these. Now click on refresh, not here, when we need to go to the edit post. Now we will get these custom fields here. I will give the phone number and the email address and update it. Now that email address and the phone number will be shown here as well. That's it. So that is how we can manipulate or make changes to the single.php file. Now this is for the single.php file is for this post, the default post that comes with the WordPress. Now we have actually made two more custom posts as well. Now we need to make the single pages for them as well. But for now, it's more important to make the single page for this teams, because we have a page made for this taxonomy and we actually need to link. These are the posts and excerpts showing, and there is no link on these posts to show the details of these team members, designer 1, designer 2, designer 3. So we need to first of all make a link here, and then we will make a file for them. Now to do that, we first of all know that this page is taxonomy.php because we have made it last time. So this page showing is the taxonomy page, this one. We'll open this one, and this is the page which is showing this information. Okay, now in the same way that we have done for the single, we will do the same thing here as well. We will make an anchor here. Now we have given an anchor here, and by using the permalink function, one thing missing here, I think this one. Okay, now by using the permalink function, we are putting the link in this href, and I'm saving this file now. And on the front end, if I refresh, I can see now these links are made. These headings are made links. Now if I click here, it will take us to some page, and unfortunately I think it is taking me to the default single.php page. The single.php that we have made, it is taking us to that page, but sometimes it is required actually to make custom single page for each taxonomy. Now to make a separate single page for each taxonomy, we need to go to, because we have already made this single.php, it's almost ready. So we'll copy this single.php, copy and paste, and we will use this single.php for single posts of this theme custom post type. Now the post type, as you can see here, the post type is theme. So we are going to make this single file for theme post type. Now for that, we'll actually rename. The name is the magic actually. So the name will be single-theme. Now that single page will be used for theme, and we have to make another page for services as well, but we actually just make some customization here so that we can actually recognize that this is actually the single page. Now I have added some text here with the title. Now this is the theme designer one. If I refresh, now it is getting my single.php, the new one that is made for single. Now if I click on this one, the services one, let's see where it goes. Let me open this service. Now this is going to the default single.php. Now if we want to make a custom page for this one as well, we can do it. We actually must know the post type. The post type is services, so we can make a single page for services. I'm coming here, I'll copy this single, copy paste, and I'll replace this thing with services. Now this single page will be used for services. I think there is a gap. There is a gap. There must be no gap between the single and the dash. I'm opening this thing now, and I can change the title slightly. The title will be for service. Now if I refresh this page, now we are getting it from the single-service.php. Now there are chances that as you make these pages will not start showing immediately, as with the case with the taxonomies. So if the pages are not showing directly, or what you have to do is you have to come to settings, and from here you need to come to permalinks, and here in permalinks you can actually remove this slash and save changes. After doing this, when you will refresh, it will start showing you the page. Otherwise it will show you the 40 error page not found. Sometimes it can happen, because it happened to me. That's why I am suggesting that it can happen. So if it will happen to you, you have to actually do this thing. You have to go to permalink, and then from there you can change this link structure. And if the slash is already not there, you can place the slash and then save the changes. If the slash is there, you can remove the slash and save the changes, and that's how it can be done. Now in today's lesson, we have seen two things. One thing, we made customized the single.php page. Then we made a single page for services custom post type, and we made a single page for teams custom post type. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Bye for now. Thank you.